Welcome to the Jim Show with your host, Jim. What I want to talk about today is the idea of compromise. Now, we've all heard that compromise is really important. That's how you get through life. When two people have a disagreement, they should compromise and reach a mutually agreeable solution, right? That's what we hear. I'm here to tell you it's a terrible idea. That is how you compromise on your beliefs, on your values, on the things you want in life. That means that, someone is here and someone is here and they both get something that they don't want, right? That's what compromise is. We both get something that we don't really want, but we'll settle for it because it's close to what we would have got, without having a big argument. Or someone gives a lot and the other person wins, or someone else gives a lot and then the other person wins and the other person really, really loses. So we're either a compromise where neither person gets what they want, or it's a win-lose where just one person or the other gets what they want, right? That's what we generally talk about, and that's what generally happens in all, business interaction, in relationships, all the time. That's what occurs. When we talk about we settle for someone in a marriage. That's what we're talking about. We didn't make the right kind of match. We didn't find a 9 or 10. We settled. Both people settled for like a 7. And they spend their entire lives compromising on everything. And no one is ever living the life that they want to live. Now, the other approach is to seek a win-win solution. Now, when it comes to relationships, the way you find that win-win is by being your authentic self, like we've talked about before. You find a 9 or 10, and then there's never a need for compromise, at least not about the big important things, because that other person and you are 9s and 10s to each other. So it's all a win-win, right? You guys are always thinking about something that's going to work for both of you. Let me explain a little more about win-win. When you find a true win-win, it's something that was better than this, right? This is what somebody wanted. This is what person A wanted. And this is what person B wanted. When you find something that's like up here, it's better than what both of you originally wanted. It's a solution that's better for everybody. It's different, and you had to come together to think about it, right? You had to listen to each other's needs and fully understand each other. Then you came together and found a solution that's better than anything you originally thought about. That's a win-win solution. And that can happen in business too, in a business interaction. And all that it takes is someone willing to actually listen to the other side and truly understand what it is they need and what they're trying to achieve, right? And then you come together and you find something that works better for everybody. But again, when it comes to your life and your relationships, your friendships, you have to be authentic if you want to avoid these compromise situations where you're doing things just because you feel like you need to, because you have all these 6s and 7s in your life, and they're the best friends that you have at the time, because you weren't authentic, right? You are playing an image of a person you think you should be, a person you think that the world wants you to be, and these other people want you to be, and the closest you ever get to anybody is a 6 or a 7. So you spend all your life making compromises with these other people. And there's nothing else you can do, because it's either that or it's a win-lose, right? If you are your true self, you're going to lose them. Or if you do the thing that they really want, it's probably not something you want to do at all. And so it's a win for them and a lose for you. And you just spend your life with those kind of relationships, compromising on everything that matters to you. You see this a lot in marriages, I think. This is what happens a lot of the time, is people get married and they say, you know what? I'm going to do this for life, right? And the person who you don't even know is probably a 6 or a 7 to you a lot of the times. Because when we're dating people and going through that entire ritual prior to getting married, we all have this, image that we carry around in front of us. This is who we pretend to be. It's not our true selves. It never is, or it usually isn't, unfortunately. And then later, that comes out. And that's why people have a lot of conflict. They talk about the first year of marriage being the hardest. Well, all that stuff about who we really are tend to comes out then. And this becomes just a big time of, okay, we got to compromise on all these different things. I have to just live with you as you are. And maybe you're not even being your true self, and maybe you're never your real self, even in your marriage. And that's no way to live. No one wants to live like that. I don't want to live that way. I refuse to live that way. I'm going to be who I am. If people don't like it, great. They will self-select out. of my circle, we're just, no one's being rejected here. We're just selecting to not interact with each other because we don't mesh. We cannot find a win-win solution because the things that we believe are important are so different, and that's fine. There are an infinite number of people out there as far as it matters to me, right? There are so many people in the world that I could never interact with all of them. Even if I spent, every single day interacting with different people, as far as I'm concerned, the number of people are infinite. And it's the same for everybody, right? You're never going to meet them all. You have no chance of meeting even the ones that live in your state, right? Probably even your county if you made a really huge effort at doing it. So don't worry about it. There's plenty of people out there. There are probably thousands of 9s and 10s that will always find a win-win solution with you to any kind of situation. So just go out there and find them. Just be yourself. Eliminate all these situations where you're going to have to compromise. Find your tribe. Find those people that are 9s and 10s for you. And find all the win-win solutions between you. And your life is going to be so much better. See you tomorrow.